What's going on, guys? Drask here. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be playing Dune Awakening. The beta is live until the end of May 12th. So I figured today we'll play it for a couple hours and possibly tomorrow as well. So let's go ahead and click play now. Now we did actually make our own character in like the demo area, but it seems like it's going to make us remake the character. Or at least the set I didn't have a character. Maybe it'll about to pull the information. We'll see. Traveling to Megara.
Approach, prisoner. Show yourself, child.
Alright, now since this is just a demo, we've already made our character. Let's see here. So just find like a decent looking like preset and we'll call it good for here. That way we have the max amount of time to play the game. I mean, I kind of like the old man sheriff look so far. This one looks decent. We'll go with you. Enter character name. Let's see. Is my other name going to be blocked? Accept the character and start the game? Sure.
Have they told you what I am?
Possibly.
Then I will sift your words for lies. Let's begin. Where were you born?
Now, if I want to remember, I think it was the Giddy Prime. We went through all this in like the character creator in the demo beforehand, so I'm going to sort of skip through this since most of this is going to be like stuff that we're remembering. So let's see. Alan looks cool. We'll skip through this. I have spoken the truth.
Kneel. Put your hand in the box. I hold at your neck the Gom Jabbar, the high-handed enemy. Don't pull away or you will die. Great plots are afoot in the Imperium, and the currents of intrigue run deeply. Arrakis is the key, and the Fremen are missing. You will go to Arrakis as our agent, prisoner. You have one task. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. Everything depends on this. Do you understand?
We do not. Now, we did kind of skip through some of the stuff, but since it's a limited demo, I'm trying to get to the content as quick as possible.
There is only one rule. Keep your hand in the box and live. Withdraw it and die. An animal would gnaw off its own hand to escape the pain. And we can only be served by humans. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. You will know when it is done.
Welcome to Dune Awakening.
Callister said it was just a dream. I agree, but she is almost Sayadina.
Alright, so we're injured, stuck in a cave. Everybody appears to be dead. Yeah, for everyone who missed it, last time we actually checked out anything Dune Awakening related, they had like their whole character created, which I assume we could have imported it for the beta, but I mean, may as well just do that for the full game anyways. That's why we skipped through the beginning stuff, since we've already read through all the lore and stuff. We can't go that way. Okay, you don't mind if we borrow this, right, mister? Okay, so beat open up the crafting menu. Craft us a makeshift knife. I assume that means we can slice through the door. Oh, interesting. So you can actually get hydrated from plants. Do limit reach. Now, is that for... Okay, so you can only drink a certain amount from plants. Now, what about the next set? So we can't drink that, so I guess we're full on water currently? Oh, it shows only a third. Alright, so craft health kits. We don't have the plant fiber. Alright, so craft that up. Get a player bandage. They'll be good. Now, this is made by the people who made Conan Exiles, if anyone's curious, so typically they have really good climbing mechanics. Oh, okay, so we got more up. Trying to grab as much like fiber and stuff as we can along the way as well. That way, whenever we need like the health kits, we'll be able to craft them up. Yeah, it says we can't drink, even though it looks like we only have a third of the water, so I'm not sure like what all that's about. I'm going to craft up 14 bandages now. Is it going to craft the background? Yes, it does. Nice.
So then, you're not quite dead. Now you will know a thing that few but the Fremen have seen. For many, the last thing they saw before they were slaughtered.
We're going to be able to get our pet bat.
Speak of our escape. Twin comets in the sky, A rebirth from fire and death, and a Sardaukar net closing around us. Your survival heralds interesting times, Offworlder.
Who are you?
Is this what you wish? To waste time in idle chatter? Your first lesson on Arrakis, then. Every exhalation is a waste of water.
Name yourself and we can move on.
I am Xantara. My companion is Noctua. Now, shall we discuss our escape?
How do we crash?
Portable rocket, I surmise, based on the damage.
Why attack a prison ship?
No doubt the work of some desperate, dangerous outlaw. One with a burning hatred for the Emperor and all he represents. But there are so many fitting that description. The time for talk is over. The Mother Storm is upon us and the Sardaukar perimeter is nearly complete.
Tell me what to do.
We're gonna need one of their ornithopters. Their protocol is to remain aloft and kill anything that moves from above.
How do we get one down?
That's where you come in. If you can slip back onto the Proteus...
I did get into the beta.
Module, you can
As this a pre-order, you can just request beta access. A bit of both. If you pre-order, it guarantees it.
Not allowed to let him die. Leave the rest to me.
Are the Sardaukar here to protect us?
His Majesty's Imperial Sardaukar care for naught but the Emperor's interests. And certainly we are as vermin to them, Offworlder.
What about the prisoners?
We must kill them. In other circumstances, their water would be a valuable resource. But with the Sardaukar here, we do not have time to claim them.
Did you get into the beta too, Vinny? Yeah, so if you pre-order, it's like a guaranteed access, and if you request, it's more up to chance if you happen to get a code or not. Kill them all?
Only those that get in your way. Think of it as a kindness. They will not survive Arrakis for long.
Get to the ship, find the captain, activate the transmitter. Anything else?
Take this Communinet transceiver. It's essential for planetary communication. Now go, and be quick. The Mother Storm is upon us.
Ooh, nice. Here, let me... I don't know if you're wanting to play or not, Viddy, but I'll be in game 1 just in case you are. Well, I'm not sure if we'll be on the same server or not. I can always remake a character like I literally just started. Spending time in the sun will cause you to be affected by sunstroke, increasing your rate of dehydration. Use shadows to recover from sunstroke. Why does the base building... Not yet, Sniper. Not yet. Holster. I was told I get a kill. What? Okay, so that's sun exposure. So no roll.
The guards have sealed themselves inside. Search the prisoners for a cut array. And Offworlder, be careful.
Alright, so loot the prisoners who clearly have the thing to break into the compounds. The bodies of down enemies can have vital tools, loot the cutlery, and power back from the body and equip it. Alright, so I think we actually grabbed that on the first one.
The cut array is primarily a mining tool, Offworlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
Okay, so maybe... Oh. Analysis mode, maybe? Analysis mode displays hidden structural weaknesses that can be traced with a cut rate. Alright, so we just trace the highlight area. Maybe. Cut the fractures. It's just the blue stuff though, isn't it? Ah, there we go. Aha! Now we're starting to figure it out. Thank you. Alright, so we have you.
blocked by a pentashield. You'll need a pentashield key to pass through. See if there's another way forward.
There's always another way forward. Okay, so we go back to the cutting.
Ready your
Now then?
Welder. The guards won't hesitate. Neither should you.
Yeah, I think we got the whole stabbing part down pat. Time to block. Okay, so parry is right click.
Parry your opponents just as their strikes will hit you. This should stagger them, giving you a window of opportunity.
Well, I would, but they refuse to attack. Oh, do I actually have to parry? Hold on. Alright, go and attack. Please. It ain't games that they force you to actually do this whole pairing nonsense. Now can I kill you? Thank you. Alright, so we'll bandage up. So reactions there, you aren't Well, I'm used to, you know, the best offense is the best parry. Some attackers can cause you to be staggered. Dash in any direction. Wait, there's a dash? Having hydration level above 1/3 will give you a bonus. Now, is that... Oh, okay. So is it only possible to have like 1/3 of water currently? Is that why it will never go up? You remember what server you joined? Sure? Because there's no way to actually look and see. It was something with an M. Yeah, I remember that part.
A swift attack can force your enemy off balance, but only a slow blade penetrates a shield.
Access granted.
Okay, so when they have a shield, go with the slow pokey poke. Slow blade penetrates the shields. Hey, Jim. Oh, do you have access to the beta too?
Through the shield. Get to the captain and activate that transmitter. I'll be there soon.
Hold on, was there something over here? No. Oh, you read the books. What is your opinion, Jim? Do you think you're going to actually get the game whenever it comes out? I didn't know there was books for Dune. I knew there was movies.
We only need the leader.
Wait a minute, where's mine? I get it, the graphics look basic, but the gameplay I'm interested in.
I hear I'm a wanted man.
Oi! Utland scum! Ivits your man took the last of brave.
I should trust us whether we're fine. We're responsible.
I know. That's why I brought you here.
I feel like we don't have the same sword weaponry that they have.
Stitch.
Does that mean we claim the ship?
The Thopter will have the codes to get us through the barrier. Ever fly an ornithopter? It's simple enough. But my leg is bad and I won't be able to work the pedals.
I get like a little pocket knife so far, Jim. They introduced the game with like this little scrap razor knife. I don't know the exact lore behind it, but it definitely says something about scrap knife, and it looked like a razor knife.
I'll be honest, as soon as we break through.
Now, do I actually get to fly this?
There's too many. Turn us into the storm. They won't follow.
So interesting concept so far, but one thing that I have that's a little troublesome. We just woke up after possibly being dead. He has no proof that we know how to fly this thing. And he's trusting us to fly through a storm even though we have no idea what we're doing. It doesn't exactly seem like the best case scenario for anything. See if we actually survive. So you only the freemen are given a Chris knife.
Get up, Off-Worlder. I couldn't wait for you. But now you need to run. The Sandworm is coming.
Wait, where's the Sandworm? This way? I really hope it's this. I'm actually gonna see it. You see, now there's two different playstyles of people that play these kind of games. One, the ones who actually intentionally survive, and one who intentionally want to see what it actually looks like when you get eaten. What on earth? I imbue myself with some sort of dark energy? Am I a Sith Lord in this game or something? I wanted that Sandworm to eat us, and it just left. Think there's a player behind you? I don't think so. I mean, it's possible. So I assume it wants us to go that direction over there. Let's check out like this little campfire thing, see what that's about. I have no clue what this whole Q ability is. Gonna see him to like absorb. Stone. Stone's always useful in a survival game.
Catch your breath. When the Thopter went down, the storm took us far off course. My leg is bad. I need to lay low and treat it before it gets worse. But fear not, Off-Worlder. Noctua can cover the ground between us with little effort. She will be my eye in the sky so I can continue to offer my sage advice and keep you on this side of the grave. That Chome technology manual you found on the shipwreck contains a series of basic survival schematics. Not as good as Fremen work, but better than nothing. Figure out how to craft yourself some clothing. That Maula outfit won't cut it out here.
Okay, so maybe that is a person, or it's a really good programmed NPC to run in circles. Alright, so we can salvage metal. Alright, so why to go into the research menu? You... Crafting. Alright, so let's do hood. Does it automatically quit? Alright, some stones. We have a cutter. We have a scrap metal knife, so we don't have anything fancy yet. So we have a shield that we can get eventually. A couple different, like, offsets. What did I make extra? Alright, well, I made a couple extra, apparently. No, hold on. Get that. Then you. There we go, now we're a proper Wastelander. Oscar.com will let you know you are suffering from negative effects. Wait, did I miss something?
The War of Assassins has left debris scattered all over this sector. Salvage metal from the wreckage with your cutter ray, and use it to make a Mauler pistol and darts. Don't let the Imperial disdain for ranged weapons lead you astray. Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands, and that is to your advantage.
Wonder if we'll be eventually able to make laser guns. I assume you're talking about in real life, Jim? And if you are, then I don't know. Because the main thing with it would be, like, what happens if you reflect the bullet? Or bolt, or whatever you would actually call that. Now, I assume that's something that can actually kill. And I'm really curious, like, is this Q thing going to, like, suck the essence out of this thing? Darn! Well, that worked much cooler in my head. Got darts now. Wasn't there a second one around here somewhere? Excuse me, Mr. Box, you mind moving? Thank you. That is not at all where my curse is pointing, really? Alright, so we'll just take all. Now in the books, there are guns called the laser guns that were unstoppable unless they hit a shield, was impenetrable, which resulted in a nuclear explosion. Oh! Yeah, I don't know if they're going to have, like, nuclear explosions. That'd be cool. That would give me, like, Fallout 76 vibes. Oh, okay, so we got all the metal that we need. So we need to research the pistol. Okay, the pistol automatically comes with the darts. Get like 3 sets of darts just in case. Radioactive sandworms. Alright, so we got a gun, we got water. Okay, so research the respawn beacon. Should have known that was coming next. Alright, so crafting, so let's go make this. Sure, right here seems fine.
But the War of Assassins and the Sardaukar pogrom put an end to that. Now the sector is crawling with scavengers, fighting over the scraps of Imperium technology left in the wake of this so-called noble war. But that's to your advantage, Offworlder. Allow them to do the hard work of gathering the salvage, and then take it from them. Don't hesitate to kill them all. They would do the same to you.
Alright, scout for a scavenger camp using binoculars. Go to scavenger camp, use your ability to kill the scavengers. Wait, what? I guess that was the scavenger camp? Okay, we can do this. The Sandworms hated the shields in the book, so no one wore them in the desert areas. What kind of piece of junk? I'm not a fan of the dart gun. I mean, I guess it is technically the first gun you get in the game. But it's not the best. Ooh, some money. Use my ability?
You've had some training, off-worlder, but nothing can truly prepare you for what the desert has in store. Hone your skills and harden yourself to the violence you must do to survive. Remember, Arrakis will sharpen you or kill you.
Use the voice to force a target to your position from afar. Voice abilities require a short period which you can rest your opponents before they can be used. Oh. So that pulls us to them. Alright, so let's get the spirit one. You override your nervous system and molecular with an immense surge of activity, allowing you to run forward at incredible speed.
Flesh from bone and shred metal like paper. Unless you'd like to share a cave with some scavengers, your best bet is to build your own shelter. Build a construction tool and place out a sub-fief console. You'll be claiming a portion of the planet's surface for your very own, or rather borrowing it from the Emperor. I'm a little hazy on the specifics.
Alright, that ability is pretty cool. I like that one. Alright, so let's see. So how on earth are they going to be able to balance that for PvP? I assume it's PvP at least. What have you been up to, Jim? I notice everyone seems to be taking like a little bit of a break from Star Citizen lately. Is this not something we can mine? So obviously we got this rock up here on the hill. I don't think that's going to be for the stuff we need though. Trying to touch grass. That's not good. You've been infected. Alright, so let's see if we can find some rocks like on the ground. I don't think those other two things we're actually able to grab. There we go. Plus, I also assume that we're probably supposed to be crossing this little desert path here. I really want to have the worm eat us, though. I want to see, like, the animation. I want to see if we need to be feared. Like, is it going to be like an arc where it'll actually, like, track you down and try to kill you? Or if it's going to be like a cutscene, like, where it's like a set rail where it's not really going to be chasing you, sort of like in Star Wars Outlaws. Alright, screw it. Let's make a sprint for it. Or on the center of the screen shows the vibrations you're making. Open sand vibrations will attract the sandworms. When the vibration turns red, seek safety immediately. The sandworm is nearby. Hey, get over here, sandworm! Come on, eat me. Is this not fun? How do I attract the sandworm, Vinny? It's the worm! It's like he refuses to eat me. Ah, there we go. Run from me again, isn't he? You little chicken! He ran. I'm probably the only person in this game that's having a hard time getting that thing to eat me. Screw this. Give him a knife. That's the exact reason why. They said, oh, you brought a knife to gunfight? Yes, we did. It's so much easier. You dive to that thing, you will lose everything equipped. I mean, I have cloth armor. It's not going to set me back too much in the world. Or, sorry, fiber armor, it's not even cloth. I just wanted to see the animation, like if it looked cool whenever he's eating us. But he ran from me. Twice! I can make the knife. The knife's just a little bit of scrap. I literally made the knife, actually. It's like a little scrap pocket knife. Oh, yes, yes. You're supposed to be real intimidating, Mr. Worm. Yeah, you stay over there. We're just going to mind our business since you won't eat me. Jurassic will die happy if he's eaten by a worm. Well, I just wanted to know what the animation looked like. If it was like a cool animation, or if it was just like one of those things where you like shows a worm and then it shows you die immediately or something. Like, can you actually see the insides while you're being ripped apart? Okay. Research the basic construction kit. Assume that would be you. Now, I will say, I didn't realize that there would be base building in the game. I knew it was a survival game, but the footage that I've seen, it looked more like a Division-style game, so I'm happy that they actually do have base building. Nice, craft a construction tool. Constructor interact with a sub-fief console. Mean. There's not exactly a good place to live, like, anywhere around here. I'm guessing all that red area is where everyone else is already claimed. I don't want to live out in the ghetto. Hold on. Sure that we can find... Ooh, that's a cool shot of the moon. Maybe up on that rock. Now it's easier to die by the sun. Dew Gap Gateway. I suppose we should probably heal up too. I'm a mountain and build somewhere up there. Thinking like that one right there, possibly. Do I just not have any healing bandages? Is that why it's skipping over it? so weird. Okay, use item. Alright, so crafting. Alright, so we definitely have you. Going to die because it refuses to use. What? I would have much rather be eaten by the sandworm. I have no clue. What was happening there? Alright, well, I guess we're just surrendering to the desert. I mean, I guess technically in Foresight I probably should have put a respawn beacon down where we were dying at. But I have the stuff in my inventory to, like, craft a healing bandage, so wait, do I get to keep my hotbar anyways? So what's the point of a little death beacon? You lose everything if you are killed by a sandworm or the Coriolis storm. I think there's different level injuries. The managers will not heal the crystals, but I don't have the game yet. I wasn't necessarily expecting to, like, fully heal, but maybe just, like, a little bit. Why not? Water is dangerously low, but we're just going to have to deal with it. I guess... Oh. The only downside to doing it this way is you're going to have to climb the mountain all the way down to leave your base. Assuming that you can build up here. Say you did all that climbing, don't tell me you can't just go over this little itty bitty lip. And there's a harvestable rock here. Kind of a nice view. Call that Scarecrow Mountain. Alright, so we got the fissure down here at the bottom. Alright, so that'll be number 6. You.
Congratulations. You are now the proud owner of an Imperial sub-fief. More of a sub-fief. It's enough for now.
Build some stairs, that's your suggestion.
Too loud, it's cracking. It's not a shelter without walls and a roof.
Now, let's see here. To rotate, adjust height, control, and scroll wheel. I think something like that. Insufficient stability. It shut it to me for a second. There we go. Am I able to actually pick up that thing and move it? Alright, so hold on, so we'll dismiss you. So if we manage... Am I stuck with this thing right here? What we could do to counteract that is just see if we could actually like build one more out. Or, real question is, can I just like... I mean, there is like a builder, mover, repair, demolisher, but I can't swap to that menu. I don't think at least. Oh, there we go. You. What? Buildable, pick up buildable. Oh, there we go. That is such a weird thing. All right, so remove buildable. There we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. All right, so build. So now we can go onto like stairs, stuff like that. So we got structures, walls, wedge walls, roofs, inclines, and special. I guess we don't really need anything too crazy to start out with. Alright, so we got that. Now... build? How do we actually like confirm it though? So we have the change sets like I'm going to die of heat exhaustion again. Alright, there we go. So we just have to hold left click. Alright, so we got that. So let's see. I mean, realistically, we don't really want... I didn't tell you to come inside the house. I say I was going to do that. Can you make precipitation collectors to make water? Maybe. I haven't gotten that part in the game yet, Jim. How's it going to let me spawn at my base? Yes, it does. Perfect. So far, the only thing that I've learned so far is you can suck water out of plants. And you can also run out of stone. let's see here. Inner. Alright, so we'll take all you. Alright, so now we just need to go find some more stone. Then you brought up a really good point. Is there like anything? So we got wedge walls, roofs, incline, special. So maybe it would be under special? Well, under the normal build menu, I do not see anything, Jim. Alright, so got that. Cutter tool. Honestly, it seems like a little decent rock that we ended up jumping onto. Especially we have rocks this close. So don't click that button. Oh, what's this? Cave of the Ghost. EMF generator, micro sandwich fabric. I mean, they basically begged us to come in here and steal it, right? Is there no one in here to protect any of this stuff? That seemed easy, okay. I assume at a certain point they actually expect you to be following the storyline, but you know. I accidentally boosted off a cliff. Then I came down here, and then it turns out that I had a cave underneath my base. Water is definitely going to be a major issue. Is that dude's building always there? Yeah, well, I mean, accidentally purpose. Alright, so theoretically that'll be enough for some roofs, and then possibly that'll keep us away from the elements. We won't die immediately. Okay, so we land on the ledge. That's a good start. I was thinking that it was an awfully long distance we were going without actually stopping on anything. Alright, it's a little bit further. You can do this, mister. Whatever you do, don't fall. Perfect. Ah, yeah, I had no clue there was an ugly base below my building. What on earth is this thing? Got a window? I didn't know I could have a window. Alright, so good enough for now. Eventually we're going to get into like more advanced building stuff and things, but this will at least allow us to survive. Game reminds me of Rust. Yeah, I can see that. So we have windward roof. See, so rotate left alt. So we need to do this guy. Perfect. Construct or interact with a small storage container. Construct or interact with a fuel power cell generator. Deposit fuel cells in the generator to power the base. Now the real question is, can I, like, later on... Okay, so you can change its like you, so like a window? No. But I think that's what we'll do. We'll do, I guess, demolish? Aha! Perfect! Now we can see outside to all the peasants who are having to die by the sandworm. While we slowly die in the inside the building. Construct and interact with a small storage container. Now is that going to be something that we need to research? Blood purifier, scavenger suit, fabricator, small refinery, surveying kit. I assume the scavenger rags allows you to survive better. So is it inside the base building thing? I just didn't notice. Oh, small storage container. Sure. So we can always move it later. Construct or interact with a fuel power cell generator. So I guess that'd be the next thing over. Do I have to have this on the inside of the building? Dead again. Alright, so water is definitely going to be a situation. Alright, so you, home base. Good news is, every single time we die, we're making advancements. Let's see here. I believe that you're already added in my friends list on the game, Vinny. Let's see. Yeah, so it already shows you there. Alright, so eat or take all. You were dying a lot. Yeah, I expect it. So we figure out the water situation. And then expect, you know, more things to be dying, especially since I've been trying to die by a worm this whole time. Alright, so now we have a generator. Positive fuel cells in the generator to power the base shield.
The sub-thief console comes with an automatic shield system that will keep your base safe from the sandstorms. Just keep the generator fueled, or the storms will tear at your walls. And it goes without saying, Don't build on open sand. Seal your base, off-worlder. Maintain good water discipline, and it will keep you alive. You've done well licking flowers and sucking sap, but you need a consistent source of water. And the best
You
source
think, mister?
is blood. Extract it, store it, refine it, and drink it. Raw if you're really desperate. And don't mind throwing up. Actually, don't drink it. Unless you really have to.
I'm not sure if the guy was just doing a impersonation or not, but I didn't really pick up on the accent until like that very last sentence there. Does that guy remind you of Bear Grylls? Like the way he speaks? Now, I mean, last time technically we super speeded off the cliff and took minimal damage. Alright, so we'll move around over here. Copper. So we'll rob some fiber from our neighbor here. Set of tools and machinery will allow you to extraction and purification of bodily fluids. Oh. Well, we got our water situation fixed, Jim. Craft a blood extractor. Even say we needed to... Oh, that's just pure fire, that's why. Blood can be processed into water. Assuming that the Freeman have perfected a field version of this device. No, I'm not base rating. Apparently, I'm taking the blood out of my body and turning it into water. Which seems like a... Never mind. We're stealing other people's bloods and drinking it for water. While I die of lack of water. So I want to be kind of close to the base because I don't want to die again until we get this whole scavenger situation fixed. Unless that stuff's only for like the field work. I was wondering why you would take your own blood. Well, I mean, you just take enough till you don't pass out, and then you don't have to worry about finding an NPC out in the middle. Someone die here. I am dehydrated. Somebody's trying to build in my neighborhood. Worst part is that we're just slowly dying. I guess I could run and see if I get lucky. Alright, so on binoculars. Is that a scavenger camp? I believe it is. You haven't found any flowers, Jim.
They're here.
Oh, I'm out of stamina, that's why. Now, excuse me. I need your blood. Okay, so we need 3 enemies. Been looking for flowers, though. Oh, haha! Woo! We managed to survive. Alright, so now we just need to search for the people. Yeah, tomorrow, Vinny, I'll try to get on this a little bit earlier, and I can... That's not good. Just load into your world and continue from there. But it shows you're on my friends list. I'm surprised you don't see me on yours. Alright, extract 2,000 milliliters of blood from the corpses using an improvised blood extractor. Seems like a good place for scavenger camp. So obviously, water's a big importance in this game, but it doesn't look like food's an actual thing. Yippee-ki-yay! Hey, mister, I need your blood. Blood can be assumed to hydrate yourself. Ooh, okay, so that dude actually had enough blood on him. Nice. Alright, so research and construct a blood purifier. So that'd be you. Construct your network with a blood purifier in your base. Alright, so we got a long way to run. So basically, this game turns you into a vampire. What eats food when you have spice? Now, is that like an actual, like, proper... Thought the worm was going to be behind us. The world went dark. Is that like an actual, like, Dune lore fact to actually drink blood for water? I don't remember it in the movies, but, you know, sometimes movies differentiate. Oh, you wanna go? Let's go! Is there a little Chiboa? Mouse corpse. Hey, Mr. Worm!
It's me!
He's gonna run for me, little coward, aren't you? Oh, you punk! He refuses to eat me. I really thought at that time we would have a chance. They had machines in Dune that would extract water from the bodies, but I don't remember blood exactly. He finally ate me! I didn't see a single thing, so it is how I sort of thought. We got attacked though, so that's what I was wondering. Kinda hope that you could actually see yourself get eaten. Trying to wind the worm around. I was. Oh! That's right. Dying by a sandworm, you lose everything. Well. Yeah, I guess I might need some more blood. I wanted to see if he would actually attack, though. I feel like I had to, like, really antagonize him to attack us. Which gives me some confidence, because he doesn't really seem too scary. In the books, you can ride the worms with special hooks. Alright, so we get all that set up, so we need our gun. I mean, most of this stuff will come by relatively quickly, too. Essential item allows you to operate your equipment without requires power. I don't remember having that, but I guess we'll craft that too. Alright, so the darts, that's not going to matter until we get the gun. The gun needs salvage metal, which we should be able to get here in a second. But yeah, I definitely feel like I had to antagonize the worm way more than I should have. I expected it to be like super hostile. But it could be because we're in like a newbie area too. I guess maybe they might have turned it down some, that way new players aren't being like constantly killed by the same worm. Or maybe it's the whenever he gets a taste for blood. Maybe now on the server he'll be dangerous since I fed him. Alright, so we got that. So we got that, so we need... We know we need the blood extractor, construction tool, binoculars are eh. The beacon we don't care about, the pistol, sure, whatever. Grab all that. Now I think we need to find a couple people to kill still. So I assume we're going to need to have the blood and we don't have any in our inventory. Now is this some dude's base? Guess he's probably using binoculars. Yeah, we'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Sims jackpot. So he's been working on this for a while. Okay, we're not friends here. Oh, good. Multiple people to kill. Yeah, oh, sorry, mister. Now, you see, the problem is, I need your blood. Got this, then we got you. Oh, we need the container. Flash fiber! Well, that puts a hindrance on the plan. Really hope those corpses don't despawn. Let's see. Yeah, the only way we're going to be able to do this is we just like run and find some fiber. Blood there. Well, I guess those people might have died for nothing. I died here before. I don't know if I have or not. But there's 9 plant fiber.
Who's there?
It is I!
Eyes on enemy.
Eyes on hostile.
Alright, fine. I was just trying to, you know, reach you about your extended car warranty. This would be a spaceship in this game. Now, have either of you two seen any fiber? Because that's what we're looking for. It's more rocks, of course. I think we need 30 fiber. It is blood. Give him your blood. Is that actually a plant that I can grab? Aha! But, oh, is that not 30? You would think I'm trying to build a city looking for fiber. Yeah. We had 19 out of 25. So many people are dying just for this very simple task.
I see someone.
Alright, mister, I get it, I get it. You wouldn't have to have fiber at your camp, would you? Yeah, you people really need to start doing better. Fiber. Aha! Alright, so now... blood sack. Yeah, we can go back over here. Thank you, mister, for your sacrifice. That hurt. Simple task, that is what a vault mission is. So, what we learned today is don't lose your fiber. Also, don't use your speed ability when you're on top of a hill, because it works just like an arc, where if you hit the ground, you're going to take a lot of damage. Now, is everyone dead here still? I think all the people we killed are gone. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we need 1, maybe 2 more. I'm not entirely sure, like... It seemed like the one dude gave us like 2,000, where the first one only gave us 1,000, so I'm not sure if it's like based on character model, like do the male equivalents give like more blood or something, or if it's like based on the way they die. There's a lot of questions to be had. Alright, so last time we came over here to Jimbo's, there was like 3,000. Get some water. We'll see if everyone's still dead here. Get money at least. Discover the twist. There's a person. Wait a minute, is that a human? Oh. I don't even know if there's PvP in this game. Is there PvP in this game? Wait! Wait! I need your blood! Okay, well that dude was fast. Maybe it was a player? I really thought we were catching up to him, and then he just, like, poofed. I don't even know how that happened. I was wondering, like, if you kill a worm, you get a ton of blood. Possibly. That'd be a question that Vinny might be able to answer better. Obviously, I'm not exactly at the killing worm stage in the game yet. Alright, so the helicopters now... Are those the people that shot us down, or are those the people that saved us? Guess we'll quit trying to poke the bear, though. We'll find the blood. We'll get the water in our house going up and running. Then we'll work from there. Alright, so we got some sort of lighthouse or something? I don't think that's a player base. Actually, you know what? Over next to our base, we do have like 2 or 3 scavenger camps. So we can go back over there, and hopefully by the time we get back, they'll all be respawned. Be able to test it and see. Part of me wants to go underneath that light and see if they shoot us. But the other part of me doesn't want to restart after we just restarted. I'm not disappointed by being eaten by the sandworm though, that was cool. Hello? Is anyone home? It's the place we've already been to. Alright, so we're 440 meters away. So we have another scavenger camp directly across from us. Why is my abilities blocked?
Where is everybody?
Give me your blood. You're critically injured. Well, we are on a blood extraction mission. So, I mean, technically, unless they change the way this game works, like later on or something, it seems like the most opportune moment would be to like go out to like gather some blood and then purposely let yourself die based on heat exhaustion, because you teleport automatically back to your base with all of your loot. Which isn't exactly, you know, the best like survival tactics. But for like min-maxing it, that'd be the fastest way to return back home. However, in our situation, we're already here, so we may as well climb up the hill. Just need to wait for his stamina to get back up. Let's see. So about half stamina. I think this ledge right here on the left side, that's where we stood the first time we went up the rock. Yeah, right here is perfect. Wait for you to recharge, go back up the hill. Got the blood. We should have all the stuff for the blood extractors now too. So theoretically, we should be fine. Alright, so let's see. So that would be... Got the generator. Construct your app with a blood purifier in your base. It says buildable. Place with a construction tool. Okay. So that'd be under special then. No. So the console, floor. Passageway. Where on earth would that be under? Construct or interact with a blood purifier in your base. But it says it's through the thing. Place with a construction tool. So we use salvage metal, which we have a ton of. Requires power from the base to generate to power to operate. So is there like another menu that we're missing? Wall, window, stairs, floor. Am I just blind? So you got the power generator, storage, floors, rooftop, stairs, door, window, wall, foundation. Okay, so they actually have lighting. There we go. That was not intuitive at all. Let's see here. All right, so you...
You're probably feeling it by now, Offworlder. Spice. It's everywhere on Arrakis. The air, the sand, the blood. It prolongs life, expands consciousness, and triggers some very vivid dreams.
Complete the first trail of in the Hakka Basin South. I just get kidnapped.
Observe this valley, sacred to the Ikhwan Bedouin. Here, Woli faced the trials of Akhl, proving their knowledge of the Fremen ways. Find the Fremen, she said. Seven tests, 7 steps. Set your feet. Follow the uncertain path. Keep moving. The only true death is stagnation.
Be careful, that stuff will turn your eyes blue. You've experienced a spice dream. On awakening, you are protected from harm for a short time. You move to continue your journey. Okay. So how does one simply drink? You just hold it? There's no way they expect people to just sit here and hold the button the whole time. What? I mean, I guess that's because it has a 6,000 capacity there. Wait, what's the switch flow? I have no clue what the switch flow is doing. It doesn't seem to do anything. So it looks like you can have like different members have it set so you can have like people actually use your blood extractor. That way people aren't just like going around drinking all your blood. How's the game? Seems interesting so far, Elite. So, like, honestly, I don't know if it's part of, like, the lore in Dune or not. But apparently this game, you go around, if you're me, you go around with a knife, you do the pokey poke, you extract their blood, you bring it back to your base, then you drink their blood. Speaking of that, we really gotta fix our hotbar. Alright, so hold on. So let's do you. So we got the knife, gun, cutter, construction tool. I feel like we'll use that the least. It's an interesting way that they do the hotbar system too. The first trial of Akhl. Follow your inner sight to the first trial. The water and the blood, and they're not vamps. Well, to be 100% honest with you, I was expecting to extract water a totally different way through a definitely different means. And this is probably a better means than what I was originally thinking they were going to have to do for water. I built up on top of a hill though. I'm gonna have to assume this little purple thing's where they're wanting us to go. Can you make a med bed? I don't have that technology to craft most stuff yet, Jim, so I'm not sure if like later on. I'm sure eventually you should be able to. Took me a long time just to sort through the menu to figure out like where the actual like blood extractor was though. But I assume that would be like on a later on tech tree that I don't have access to. Currently I'm still like trying to do, I think it's the tutorial area or like, where they like hold your hand to like what you should be researching first. I think it's about to open up though whenever we get to this first trial. On top of that, I really hope this next trial has... Oh, some flowers. We're good. We're saved. Alright, it's 1,100 meters away. Like all survival games, there's random people bases on all the random places. So Elite, it turns out that I'm either really lucky or really unlucky, but I had to like really antagonize the worm to be eaten. I assume that most people probably don't have to... I'm gonna steal that. Oh, we can salvage it. Now this is the first time we're actually seeing like different like tech parts and stuff, so definitely this is probably worth salvaging. Alright, 750 meters away. You know, honestly, if this game does well, I wonder if they're going to eventually make like a Tremors game. So that'd be another cool universe to actually have a game in. Oh, he's actually tracking me! Oh, I'm dead. Oh, my stuff. Well. I guess this time it's going to take a little bit to get everything back. So if you die by a worm or die by anything else, you're going to lose your gear. If you die by the environment, you'll get to keep it. Oh. That's something about where I was a second ago. That was a far ways away, too. That's fine. We got the blood extracted. I'm not critically injured. It's fine. We're just going to need the fiber. We'll need some rocks to build a knife. We might get our gun up and running, and then we'll be good.
There's someone here.
There's no one here. You see nothing. Let's see here. Cutlery. I mean, honestly, that's all we really need is armor, a knife, and then a gun. The blood extraction stuff, obviously, that's going to come into play later on, but we don't really need to spend time to, like, regather that again. I was thinking that time, though, it would have been fine for the worm. I was really surprised he killed us there. Last time I really had to antagonize it. You make a storage box to put extra stuff in, so if you die, you can just get to the spares? You can, Jim. There's a storage box on the base already. I mean, honestly, though, I'm basically re-kitted to what I had a minute ago. Except for the blood extractor. That's, like, the most annoying part. And honestly, it wasn't too bad. The fiber seems to be the biggest issue. Alright, so recant, so let's see here. So we need... oh, the gun. I'm not really sure if I really want to use the gun anyways. So once we get more metal, we can get the extractor up and running. If we happen to find a decent amount of fiber, we'll be able to craft the blood sacks. So, I mean, I guess that technically was stored in the base. We didn't lose any, like, the blood or any of that stuff, because that was already locked in. We lost our cloth armor, some bullets. We stored the fuel cells. I don't think we actually lost too much now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, we'll back over to this dude's base. Find some metal along the way, we'll salvage that way we can get the rest of our stuff up, but we're mostly recovered already. Oh, we lost that helicopter stuff though. Okay, so the helicopter just constantly respawns, that's interesting. This definitely has to be something to use, like you craft like later on or something. I wonder if it's even possible to get anything above good efficiency. Yeah, this Holtzman actuator. That's the only thing that we don't really know what it is yet. Unless this mission is just designed to teach you that you can't cross the sand, but I mean, you kind of have to. Though I suppose we could have took a detour over to the left. Let's go for it. Mind your own business. Nothing to see here. 3, 2, 1. Go! Whew, we made it to Sanctuary. Now then, we want you, this. Some bandages. Yeah, I'll save it up the sprint ability, that way I can make it to the ledge here. Oh, now we gotta rearrange everything too. Alright, so let's do gun, cuttery. Do gun, bandage, cuttery. Blood sack, I don't think we even need to have that. Well, we'll just store that there. I don't know if it needs to be on like an inventory or not.
We can sell your stuff to Mir Charkey at Griffin's Reach trade post, but be warned, you won't be able to pull anything over on him. He used to be a scav himself. And don't try lifting anything from the trade post either. Charkey's brute bodyguard Eeyore will drop you before you even make it to the door.
So, what is this place? I was thinking this is where we had to go, but this is just some random, I guess, scavenger outpost that we're getting like some lore information in. It's got bandages. You know what? I like the place. And it kept us away from the worm. Ooh, 31 fuel cells. Still mind if I do. Alright, so now that we scavenge this random base, I assume we just keep going forward. Die! Excuse me, I'd like your blood. Okay, since 2000. Limited Warfare PvE. Okay, so I guess it is open world PvP then. So that dude that we accidentally like stumbled upon a long time ago, we probably could have killed him. Or attempted to kill him, I guess is a better way of saying it. Alright, so 280 meters. I believe that's up the hill though. So we got some water right here that we're able to drink from. And I assume later on that we're actually going to be able to like craft some sort of like dragonfly mount to like fly over the land anyway. So most of this dying stuff's going to be early game to the worm. Unless they have stuff to hunt you down in the air, but I don't think they do. What would prevent a murder hobo from camping these places? Well, it said PvE area, so I mean, I guess technically you could like camp out outside the PvE zone. But other than that, I have no clue. I guess nothing would really be stopping them. First trial awaits. Oh man, the trial of a billion stairs. Beyond a cavern. Ermina? Looks like a place for a blood sacrifice. Inhale the spice. By the way, if your next question is what happens if you do this in the middle of the open world, it does put you in a temporary protective state when you have a vision. What on earth is happening?
Who is it that thinks? Ibn Kirtaiba.
Hey, the name's Jurassic.
The god is a fearful thing. Do you understand, Wally?
Wally? I'm not a little robot. Okay, so we can run now.
Our god gave us the burning eyes of Allat and the words of the Kitab al-Ibar. Rest in black shade. Be la kaif.
We're going to have to go on the assumption you don't want to be seen by the all-seeing eye here. Let's come through here, then it looks like we'll take that path over to the right. Looks like you're in a fade. Hey, mister, you want to close your eyeball? I'm sure it's getting a little tired there. Does his eye just never close?
When we began our wandering, we suffered. Until suffering was a thing we came to know within our souls. Arrakis is suffering. When we found it, we were home.
Okay, so these people like to suffer. I think we're actually safe right here.
On Harmontep, we were made to suffer. Our children taken and made slaves. They denied us the Hajj. Never to forgive, never to forget.
Alright, so we drop down. Should be able to risk it. Oh, yep. We're fine, we're fine.
Weight of a kindly God is a fearful thing. Did not God give us the burning sun to defy? Suffering leads to defiance. And where does defiance lead?
I get it. Defiance leads to poking him in the eyeball. It all makes sense now. Maybe we're supposed to go on the right side? I thought it was the left side and like climb up on this little block here, but it won't let us climb. That's what's supposed to die by the eyeball. So it took us here. Okay. Well, we vaulted like we were trying to do, so it's definitely the vaulting thing. It was being a little weird in that area. Yes, shush your eyeball. Nah, they wanted me to vault on it, and sort of like in Star Citizen, how it like doesn't want to always like grab the ledge. It looks like that's how this area is. The rest of the game, it climbed just like Conan. That was the first place that I found where the character didn't want to like automatically grab it.
Defiance leads to thought. Who is it that thinks? Those who suffer. Remember Harmon Thep. Be la Kaifa.
By the way, Jim, just in case you were curious, if you're looking to get into the new Doom game, it turns out that Doom is going to barely run at 60 FPS if you have a 4090 or a 5090.
Ibn Qutayba, defiance leads to thought. Who is it that thinks?
Those who suffer?
Those who suffer. Remember Harmontep. Be la Kaifa.
Waken. Megara. There we go. Aha! I got the world name. Vinny was asking about that a long time ago and I had no clue. I knew it was something with an M. So that is a good question though about the whole like murder hobo thing. I wonder if like later on if people are going to be like camping on all the areas. We haven't really ran into too many people. I mean, it is just a beta. Who's that? You're ruining my whole haven't ran into many people thing. It is I, the awakened one.
Your signal drifted for a moment. No matter. A thought occurs. When the Sardaukar began their purge, many Fremen were slaughtered. The ones that were not abandoned their caves, leaving valuable resources behind. Valuable resources that just might contain the makings of a steel suit. Take what you need. Their ghosts will not object.
Okay, so those are the little ghost caves that we accidentally stumbled upon last time. You have unspent skills points, so let's see here. So, I mean, honestly, I really like the sprint. You're able to heal your body more effectively after suffering from catastrophic injury, regenerating your health to a higher threshold than normal. Ooh. Oh, okay, so that's just a passability. Nice. You never complain about more health. Moisture-soaked caves are found throughout the Arrakis. Their entrances are covered by water seals that trap precious humidity inside. An orange map marker indicates that these locations are a source for components used for the hydration and gathering equipment. Why do I feel like we're going to do this? And they're going to be like, oh, well, head back over to your base to put it on. I feel like the purple marker is a little bit misleading because that also had a purple marker. Alright, so get the Dune limit. Now, that said, I mean, we may as well head back to the base area because we know that there's a cave that has that next to our house. We're probably going to need to be over there anyways. We definitely learned from the previous lives, though. Most important thing in this game is fiber. Second most important thing is speed. At 200, so we got 1600 meters that way. The worm, I think he's going to be too slow, so he's not even going to notice us. So now we'll be able to get outside the sun at least. It'll allow our character to cool down some. We'll refill in the water right here, which was all part of the plan. We could start grabbing the scrap, but Imperial testing station. We may as well, right? Our stats wise, everything's looking okay. So we need to have the guy with the access key. Oh, identification band. Now, another thing that I'm wondering.
Collins has been acting real strange since finding that corpse with the Telexu statue.
Put your crouch there.
Collins has been acting real strange since finding that corpse with the Telexu statue. I don't trust him. Keep an eye out next time you're out on a salvage run. If he starts acting weird, dart him.
Okay, so there's possibly like some crazy deranged guy down here. Now, if I'm being honest, whenever like the full game comes out, if we do continue to play it, which we probably will because I'm having fun, I think that I'll have to rebind like the C ability to like a different button. I'm just so used to C as crouch.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2. I am the station supervisor, Dr. Rommel Greer. The ultimate mission of these stations is to find or engineer botanical species capable of thriving in the extremely arid conditions of Arrakis. A true challenge, as I'm sure any visitor who has traveled through the barren rocks and sand above will agree. Our first task has been the installation and testing of wind trap units, capable of reclaiming moisture from the atmosphere. I'm pleased to report complete success. both with the installation and functioning of these devices. The thriving vegetation you will find within these halls is a testament to the success of this technology.
So, is it just going to be an empty building? Something had to have killed everything in here, though.
Get over here.
There you go, moisture catchers. Must be a blueprint machine in here. Oh, that's a good point. So they're not a human, because I noticed I couldn't actually extract blood from them. Either way, we're coming home with a lot of blood.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
That's cool. So I wonder if we're going to eventually get one of those systems.
I thought I could trust Druce. But I know now that he's part of the plot, eh? I heard the worms out in the desert whispering to him last night, and the bastard whispered back. I did it. They're all a league against me. All of them. But they won't get me if I get them first.
Okay, so the dude's clearly going insane. Got eyes on 1, 3 enemies.
Come here, Q.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Play it nice and easy. I do feel like I'm kind of playing Ark at this point where it comes to like the blood extractor. Alright, so there's nothing on the pads there. I haven't even died yet. They're not kicking my butt. Not yet, at least.
You leaving these messages for, right? It's for the worms, isn't it? Yeah, the worms. Oh, yeah, your belly, it was full of worms. Our big, red, ropey worms. But I let them out, didn't I?
Okay, so he's clearly going insane. Plus, I really hate this weapon. Alright, let's go to apply the bandage real quick. Now, one thing that I'll give this game props to, I don't know if there's like an actual like level system. It seems like everything's going to be the same difficulty. Yeah, it needs to lay out the spice. Okay, so I did my little witchcraft, and clearly it did not actually pull him all the way to me. Was not expecting that hairdo. Yeah, maybe. Take you. The good news is, the way the loot pool is currently, it seems like you're always going to have enough for ammo. Seems safe. Blazing Snooper. And also, apparently there's a huge sandstorm outside, so it seems like this is a really good opportunity to be stuck inside of a bunker.
Don't sleep. That's when they come for you. Glowing guards. Don't sleep. They're watching. Find a knife, or maybe a hammer. Either would be good, but both is better. Just don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
That guy is clearly going insane. Passive Spencer belt and salvaged metal. So, was this the end of the dungeon? Like, did we do it? Oh, we got our water higher than what it was originally. Not me to click that. Is that like a... This thing, okay. Protects user from taking damage from falling, automatically kicks on at the damage speeds and will persist as long as the user has power. So that has nothing to do with water. That has nothing to do with water. An old Imperial remnants such as Imperial testing station used in Holt's tech or specialized construction, such as boost modules for vehicles. Okay, so there are vehicles. Let's see here. Found a blah blah. Okay, so that's another vehicle for sand bikes. Maybe it's the points that I leveled up and I didn't notice. Well, the belt allows you to fly in the books. Yeah, I'm not getting that cool yet. I didn't come down. Come on, play. Missed a few of my shots there. Let's see here. So we'll take the darts. Now, I'm not sure if they're dropping the darts or if we're just picking up the darts that we've already used. This is definitely giving like spooky vibes though. Sense a dead end. Loot this. 5 healing bandages. some water. Identification band. Alright, so we're full of water, so we don't need that. That way you can do it nice and stealthy. I mean, so far it looks empty. So the way the gathering works, it seems like it's actually faster just to... What the heck? To overcharge shield enemies, use either the slow blade attacks to penetrate the shield, poison or fire to damage through their shields, or concentrated fire to temporarily disable their shields. Disruptors are designed to be more effective at disabling shields than others.
Access denied.
Pull the knife out, thank you. Okay. Woo! I'd so much prefer to be doing the fighting combat.
Access granted.
Whew. Should have used the voice. I appreciate that last minute tip there, Jim. I didn't think that the whole Q thing would actually work to like pull her towards me and kill her. But that might have been why we just survived.
Yes. So then he comes in here saying, "Hey, boss, what's that weird smell? That weird smell?" Just like that, he does, just like that, yeah. And then he says, "What's wrong with the plants in here? They look sick. Maybe we should trim them back." That's what he said. He said that. Those exact words. That's what he said. He said, "Trim them back. Trim them back." Oh yeah. So you know that. I trimmed him back. Oh yeah. I trimmed him back real good.
They need to increase that dude's audio. Alright, so now this looks fancy.
Collins and Omar from Broken Land Trek. 2 Duneman still suits. Full of holes, stained, sun-bleached, junked. One a House Trooper rucksack. Serviceable. Omar will keep. 1 Telexu-made satchel with several vials. Opened the vial, but it was empty. Smelled bad. Junked. 3 thumpers. Fair to poor condition. Selling windsack.
So I'm guessing like this is the loot area. The last one was actually pretty tough to fight. The Emperor's Wings, Mark 1. So now does that mean I can fly? Prop for the famous play, My Father's Shadow. This unique belt is used by the jugglers for short, but effective bursts of floating during performances. Joint twice to activate and float upwards. Suspensors fields are notorious for preventing momentum, and they deplete power as long as they are kept activated. Ooh. Oh, I only get one? Best be at your base, a city, or transpost to research the schematic. And it looks like they take some sort of damage as well. Huh. Well, so much for the purified water. But you know what? We learned how to jump, which is even better. Alright, so that takes us through to the purple door. We're going to heal up just in case we find some crazy person in through this door. Or who knows? Maybe it's like the safety area since we fought the boss. They're all satisfied.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2. I am the station supervisor, Dr. Rommel Greer. The ultimate mission of these stations is to find or engineer botanical...
Yeah, because we just went through that way. Alright. So we did everything this time. Now I'm really curious to see like how long it actually takes things to like respawn here. We've been through this area. I do not think we have. Sandbike backseat Mark 1? Getting so much stuff that I have no clue what this is. Oh, I gotta not die this time around. I think I'm back at the entrance gym, but I'm at an area where I didn't actually go down through the first time. Alright, so I definitely went through this way. Now the real question is, like, is this area always going to be completed on my map? Or is this going to be a place that you can, like, go in there and, like, gather blood for free? You know, just, like, going through the first little area here. Plan's definitely to make it to the base. Probably build a storage box or 5. But I feel like I did a whole bunch of stuff that I wasn't supposed to do, since I don't even have a sandbike yet. But now I got all the stuff for it. So our home base is there. Little bit of a journey. 1,500 meters away. I mean, as long as we stick mostly to the mountainside, I think we'll be okay. Except for like the one NPC so far that's kicked our butt. I think we've been surviving relatively decently. What's this? No, not that I saw. So if I die from like heat exhaustion, it'll allow us to spawn in our base. And you get to keep like everything in your inventory. So I mean, technically that is a form of fast travel. I don't think you're supposed to abuse it that way, but it is a form. Okay, I think we've actually been to this place before. That looks familiar. Can't tell if that person's rubber banding or if he's just testing out his jump ability from that backpack that we just got. Good news is though, we got plenty. Oh, may as well we're here. Okay, so the dew limit stops at a certain amount, so it must be a blood that gets you past the 3rd mark. I mean, it looks safe-ish. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, so 1,000 meters away, we'll get back to the base, we'll offload what we got, and we'll see what else we can actually do with the stuff. Obviously, now that we have some fancy stuff, we don't want to die compared to before, when it was just the fiber and stuff. Eventually, I assume we're going to need to get into like a copper refinery. Assuming moisture caves respawn, and it's always in the same spot, we should have one like right next to our base. So we can utilize that to complete that mission and then possibly build whatever is trying to get us to build from it. From what I played so far, though, it actually is pretty cool. I don't know how much content's in the game. Like, I don't know, like, how long it'll actually survive. But from what I've played so far, it's actually pretty fun. This building looks like my building. Alright, so we're 700 meters away. I'm not sure if there's a story later. I will say this is made by Funcom, so it's the people who made that Conan Exiles. And I know that they slowly improve Conan Exiles while the, you know, the game's progression was. So I think that they will eventually have like a full-fledged story in here. I don't know if it's like fully implemented yet though. But I don't think the game's actually releasing out of early access. I think it's just immediately coming out. Which is a pretty big difference. Usually games come out in early access nowadays, especially on PC. But like Ark and stuff like that, they had like things to tame. Obviously we have base building in this game, but like you had mentioned that in the books or movies or something that they rode like the worms, like when eventually you're going to be able to like do that kind of stuff, and if there's like base PvP, or what like the actual end game is in this game. Because it is supposed to be an MMO. I have no clue how many people are on the playtest. We might be on a dead server, honestly. Which I'm not too disappointed with, especially if you find like good stuff. You don't want to have everyone trying to steal your inventory while you're running around. Alright, so our backpack is full. Perfect, so we just have to cross the sand. We don't really have like a, I guess like right there on that rock tomb would be the best approach to it. Alright, it's 200 meters away. think as soon as we get our stamina pool, we should be able to sprint across it. The amount of time that we ran through this area, now better attacked by a worm, we'll be fine. Don't try to get the worm to eat you this. that was once, and it was for science. Shadow has come out. Is that what the shadow was last time? That's cool if it is the patrol route. Right. So we're going to have to empty our inventory. I was going to immediately go for that other cave there, but that's not going to help us out any since we're, you know, full. They said something about you need to be inside your base to, like, research how to use, like, the tool belt to, like, fly or something. So we need to, like, figure out, like, what that actually means. Yeah, it's a close one. And we'll at least have 3 slots available for us whenever we drop our or there's either 2 or 3 slots that will have available to us after we drop the blood off. Alright, so deposit blood. So storage box, what all can we actually put in here? That does not look like that much. Let's see here. We don't have a sandbike yet, so we can put the seed away. Power pack, we want to keep that. Copper infused dust, I don't know what you do, you. Engine, ooh, okay, so we do have some components to build a sandbike already. So we don't need 2 power packs, so we can put that away. Particle capacitor. And servos. Firm tooth. Think you're going to need more storage boxes? Probably. A crafting component obtained from dying to the sandworm can be used to craft an unfixed Christ knife. Ooh. So you actually have to die by the worm to get a weapon. Blood purifier, the Dew Reaper. Flex device capable of extracting water from a corpse. Here, hold on, I'll get out of the way. Requires power from the base generator to operate. So the wind trap, medium water. Blood extractor Mark IV. Wind trap. Alright, so these are like the massive like blood extractors that we can get eventually. So it looks like we're going to have to spend 22 intel points to unlock this stuff. So they do have a couple different weapons. In the books, the knife was made of the worm tooth. Wonder what that would be under, though. Power pack Mark 1. Okay, so that's all just improved stuff. Construction kits. You were asking about a bed to sleep in. Vehicle fabricator. Okay, so that's what we're going to eventually need. So we need to spend 100 intel points to get that. turbine. Put placed on to make a temporary Fremen shelter from the heat in the day. In mild sandworms, when entered, drink from the tent to regain lost moisture that has been retained. Placing this device in the open desert will cause vibrations that will summon any nearby sandworm. Ooh. Personal light, that's another one that I think would be pretty essential. Sand bike Mark 1 assembly. So you need a hull, a chassis, an engine, a tread, a PSU, a backseat, a torch, and welding wire. I believe we have like 4 of those already. Or that's game only for the chosen one? Alright, so we'll surrender to the desert. And we'll spawn back at our base. I guess we died from heat exhaustion. Thought we were fine on water though, so honestly I don't know what we died there from. Nah, we're in our base. It wasn't a player. I mean, you need to buy to join the beta or how to get the key. So they have an open beta sign up on Steam, but it's a guarantee to get into the beta if you're wanting to pre-order it. Interesting. Okay, so we have uniques, which are like specialty items that you can collect along the way. I'm wondering where that knife would actually be in the list. Because it doesn't really matter. I need to focus on the stuff that's close by. So this would be the next step above us. So I guess this is the storyline and you have to like slowly progress through in order to like move everything along. And that's how you get to the higher tiers. Okay, I'm starting to understand. A still set would be nice so you don't dehydrate so fast. Speak of dehydrating. There we go. That is much more like it. Alright, now if we take the fancy fast road down from the base, which should be fine. Actually, can we come down over here and not take damage? Minimal. Alright, so our base is up there, so the cave should be right in front of us. This is all the stuff that we gathered beforehand. But it looks like they're going to want us to gather 6 of this stuff. PvP realms works or only PvE? So I believe the entire game is PvP, except there's like certain areas that are actually designated for PvP. Or at least when I've been like playing through the world, I've gone through like different buildings and they say like PvE only. So I assume that it's like a big open world PvP thing. I haven't come across too many players though to really like tell you otherwise. And also, I don't remember like picking PvP or PvE when I first started. What the heck is all that? Trench your base and drink water from the blood purifier. Research the fabricator. Construct or interact with the fabricator. I don't even know what I did to blow that stuff up. Last time it didn't blow up. So there's like a character creator that you can like download on Steam currently, even if you don't have access to the beta, and you can like make your character. I noticed that the beta didn't pull my data from the character creator sheet, so I'm not sure if you had to like actually import it or something. But I figured since it's just a beta, I didn't really care too much about my character, so I just went with a random one. That way we could try to get to as much content as possible. There's no way you're this dumb. There we go. Thought we were going to fall to our death there. Alright, so research the fabricator. So is this other suit like automatically learned then? Oh, I guess we can already craft that stuff. Small ore refinery. I assume that's going to be something we need to do eventually, but see how it's locked? I think once we get to the storyline where it'll actually tell us, we can get through that part. So right now we're just like stuck in the beginning journey stages where it's like a little bit more hand-holding. Alright, so hold on. So we gotta do... I don't think I ever actually rebuilt my construction tool. I mean, honestly, it's getting to the point that I might extend the base out a little bit more, too. That way we have more room. But, I mean, I guess for now it's fine. I know last time it was something really stupid that I had to do. Hold on, fabricators? Aha! Okay, this one was much easier. Okay, so they physically want us to drink some water. Fabricate a scavenge still suit. What? Okay, so craft. You know what, Jim? We're actually doing this. I guess you need to fabricate it first. I mean, I will say that's pretty cool animation. Eventually you want to make more than one so you can fab two things at once. Feels like it's running smoothly and well graphics. You have a 1080 Ti, right? Or do you need better hardware? I have a 1080 Ti. I think it's running fine. The game does a decent job of actually like picking and choosing like what the best settings are for your hardware. And also it'll... Some games don't do this, but this game it's nice enough to tell you, hey, your graphics card needs an update. I really like when games do that. That way you don't really have to, you know, stay on top of it that much.
Impressive, Off-Worlder. Just remember, if you didn't connect the tubes between the cats and the thigh pads just right, you'll be drinking your own liquefied feces. And that does not count as hydration, by the way.
So is a body enclosing...
My leg has recovered enough that I will risk it to move forward. I know a place in your sector where we can meet. Craft a survey device so you can figure out how to get there and join me.
Stillsuit is a body enclosing garment that mitigates hydration loss by giving protection from the elements and filtering the reclaimed wastewater. Stillsuits collect water in tube access and the cache pockets while worn. This water can be consumed to restore hydration. That was kind of what I was expecting was going to be a, instead of the blood, that's what I was expecting. So hold on, so I should probably quit being cheap and build another storage box. How can I place it on top, I wonder? No, you cannot. If you're wondering, the building's actually decent in this game. You can pick up and move things whenever you want to. Alright, so is there a fast deposit? I mean, this says that you have to learn it though to use it. That's the only thing that I don't... Can I put it on now? Oh, research schematic. Using this item will obtain 1 Imperial permits for the Emperor Wings Mark 1. Sure. Protects user from taking damage from falling. Now, does this actually say... The only thing though is like I can't tell, like, is this the improved version or is this the improved version? Because they look different. From taking it automatically kicks in on damage speeds, it will persist as long as the user has power, old Imperial origin. And it's listed the exact same. You might be able to build shelves to stack the storage. Maybe. Alright, so Power Pack Mark 1. Obviously, this one is better. So maybe orange is like the improved variant? Alright, so hold on. So we need to go to you. Oh, that's different. Prop from the famous Play My Fellow Shadow. This unique suspensor belt is useful. Oh, yeah. So this is how we can fly. But it doesn't say how we can craft it. So maybe that's in the fabricator? Alright, so research journey. Scroll down. So we need the refinery. Thankfully, we had already gathered some stuff beforehand. B? Alright, so refineries. Oh, this thing's vertical? Sure, good enough for now. Hey, Ty. Alright, so copper ingots. 42. Still logged into this account on my phone. Research the surveying kit. There we go. Alright, so we get that. Now we can research. Fabricate a surveying probe launcher. Build one. I believe I made it to the Copper Age, Jim. Yes.
Did you get a probe made? Good. Static discharge from the sandstorms makes map data extremely unreliable on Arrakis. But if you can get it high enough, a handheld probe can gather enough local data to give you a snapshot of the region. Climb somewhere high and fire off the probe. Just don't let the Sardaukar spot you.
Ooh, we can craft a wingsuit. Is the fabricator like for free? I don't know. So we use particle capacitors, spice infused dust. So it does look a little costly. I didn't mean to craft it, but you know what? We'll take it. It's a shame you have no bed. It'll be fine. Alright, so put that away. Yeah, I got into the beta, so I wanted to play this a little bit before we did Final Fantasy tonight. I am planning on playing this for like another hour, though. Then tomorrow I might be playing this a little bit more, since it is pretty fun. Of course we're gonna do that. Who cares about fall damage? Climb to high ground and fire a surveying probe. Might base be considered high ground? Sure feels like high ground. Yeah, I'm doing Final Fantasy 14 a little bit I was playing this till about 10 o'clock, then taking a break, and then starting Final Fantasy at 11. I mean, I don't see any other place for it, so I assume this is high enough. Now, a miner's supposed to shoot it into the air. Not a required height for survey. Additional elevation 2. What? Is this high enough for you? Can't believe it was only 2. Gotta be so sleepy. Oh, are you going to bed early tonight?
Very good. I'm going to the Griffin's Reach trade post. Come and find me there. Just remember to be careful crossing the sands. Move from rocky ground to rocky ground. Learn how far you can move on sand before the worm comes. And remember, look both ways before you cross the desert.
Have no fear, mister. We've been testing out the worm for a long time now. I mean, honestly, I only made one probe. Well, I guess... Is there even a way to get rid of it? So you... I mean, I don't really need to keep you on me. We already have the blood sacs deposited, so we don't have to worry about you. So this guy... We'll just put that away for now. Mr. Generator? Now, out of curiosity... Okay. So this is saying that I have my base powered for 10 days, 15 hours, and 8 minutes. With 255, so I mean, it's not too bad as long as you can log in like once every few days. You can actually power your base and not worry about your base getting deleted. Sleep schedule's all sorts of messed up. Well, tomorrow the plan's going to be doing the coils at like 1 AM Eastern time. Griffin's Reach telepost. Is that the place like right next to us? Oh, for anyone curious on the map, I don't know if it's... Well, I mean, it's got names, so we must be able to get to like these different places eventually. Looks like that way is blocked, so that's nothing. So I guess right now this is like the starter zone, so maybe that's why it's kind of easy. Scavenger camp. Griffin's Reach trade post. With the first contract in the scrap metal chain from the contract board, deliver required copper ore to... Ooh, hold on. Do I have the copper ore on me? I have 3 copper ore on me. So we're looking for something called Griffin, though. My guess is the probe will unlock more map areas? Maybe. Twist. So we had the old Griffin. Oh, trade post. There we go. Is there a search? Help. Fog of War, personal marker. Yeah. I do not believe there's a search, Jim. Put on filter. So you can at least like turn the filters on, that way you can just like see trade posts, for example, in our case. So if we did this, we would at least narrow down to be like, oh, okay, well there's only, I guess physically there's 1 trade post in this area. So that would have effectively searched it out for us. That is something they should add to the map. Well, this is actually the first mission that we had where it didn't actually like tell us where to go to also. Gotta say, don't you go chief on me. Alright, so I think we deposit all we can hand. So the blood extractor can hold 6,000. And it seems like 6,000 actually holds us on for quite a while. Now, we had one perk that was for like fall damage. What happens if we like jump? We use this guy at the last second. Okay, but that plan did not work. I suppose we probably shouldn't roll with the knife. Actually, wait a minute. I need your blood. And get you. And they basically brought it upon themselves, right? The blood looter. Maybe this is what they were wanting. They were mad that the Vampire Masquerade game never actually came out. I don't think it actually came out, at least. So they wanted to make their own vampire blood simulator. Gotta go. Alright, so let's see. So run. Too slow. We have already made it to the rock. You fool. Might have been a little bit close. Now, does that actually use her stamina up? I'm wondering if eventually we're going to be able to upgrade that pack. Run, Forest, run. I will say, it's pretty cool that you were talking about this little jump ability, and then we magically accidentally stumbled upon it. I'm wondering, like, is that RNG? Or, like, is everyone going to find, like, the same thing? Because it did say unique. So it might be, like, complete up to luck to actually find that piece.
Eyes on enemy.
Hey! Not too worried about the salvage metal since we can find it so easily around the world. It's on the blood. We kind of broke our fall there. Now, is like this yellow sand like higher chance of like spawning the sandworm or anything, or is that just like a lighting thing? So I know some games would like signify like the darker sand would have like a higher chance of like spawning something like that. Another thing that I'm not entirely sure if I like it or not, this whole still suit where you're able to drink your own fluids. Can't really tell when we have enough stuff to drink. You just sort of magically click F, and it's like, oh yeah, here you are, you're hydrated. Let's see. I think we can climb with this small one. Forgot we could do like this whole jumping climbing thing that makes things
Alas, Offworlder,
much faster.
my fame precedes me even here, at the arse end of the Haga Basin. Your Emperor's lackey, Count Fenring, has put an obscene bounty on my head. And while I'm flattered to be his great boogeyman, the added attention is making life complicated. Take a look around. There's a contract on the board that might interest you, but be careful. Civilized men are not to be trusted.
Are you a civilized man? You the merchant?
Hey, stop. I know the face of every sand-sucking bandit, scavenger, and merc from here to Harko, and I don't recognize you.
Aha! Well, that's where you're mistaken, fool.
To see of who you are, and while you're at it, why our airspace is crawling with Sandukar.
You remember everyone? You must know my cousin Sal Condon, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Sal, how's he doing?
He took a scatter shot to the face about a month back, but he's still prettier than you.
That's a good one. Welcome to Griffin's Reach, cousin of Sal. The rules are simple. Pay up front, don't cause trouble, or we'll waste you. Good?
No.
Name's Mir. I do the trading and the talking. My silent partner here does the fighting. And there's a contract board in the corner if you need work.
So he said, I think it was this Ajara Liturgon thing. The welding wire. Okay, so we get the stuff to build. Ooh. Office furniture sets. Like some very basic gear. I guess if you missed like the starter gear and you wanted to get that stuff back, you could buy it from this dude. Blade parts, gun parts. 500. Oh, we have enough. Alright, so the contract board, which... this thing?
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Deliver 40 copper ore to the Griffin Reach outpost. There you go. Here's 2. Alright, so we need... Was that big sandstorm out in the distance? Oh yeah, it's most definitely closing in. You can see the distance at the top there. So I assume we probably want to stay like inside the shelter. Where is everyone else staying at? Like, do we need to give them blast doors here? Hey guys, there's a storm coming. Anyone want to like close the doors or anything? No, we just want to get Sandy. All right, fine. Oh, they actually did program the doors to close. I was making a joke.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
You were right, Jim. The doors did close. So, yes, you'll remember us. The name's Jurassic. This is one like small gripe. I have the same issue with Scorched Earth. It's really cool having games where they have like this environmental thing, but at the same time, having environments where you can't actually play for like 20 to 30 minutes is kind of annoying. It looks like this one, the sandstorm, like comes by relatively quickly though, so I mean that's not too big of a deal. I remember in Ark, it was like 10 minutes or something. You would just be stuck in your base while the sandstorm was going on the whole time. Zone change. See how it says like limited PvE? So I believe it's like open world PvP, but I could be wrong. I believe that's a copper node right down there. Was that the worm? Let's see. Looks like it's literally on every ledge except the one that we're on. Alright, so do that. Have a good night, Jim. Thanks for checking it out. We'll probably be doing this again tomorrow if you want to see more Dune. Might try to get on a little bit earlier tomorrow. And if you get into the playtest, let me know. I'll try to post in the comment in this video which server we're on. That way if anyone wants to play with us tomorrow, they have the opportunity to. Alright, so 40s, so that's all you needed. Alright, so contract board, you... Deliver items. Ooh, okay, so if you have stuff stored away, it looks like it does just disappear. Flint, so we need 40. Finally, I've waited weeks for that copper. It's hard trying to run an efficient scrap business when the quality of salvage contractors keep dropping. Nothing but unreliable slackers. Like that Nasir, he's probably passed out in a Sumutaj in somewhere. Anyways, you've proven you can deliver, so I might have some more work for you. Many contracts require you to report in the contract issuer over the community as the final step. If you don't contact the issuer immediately, you can always do this in the contract tab by selecting the contracts by clicking the issuer.
You're going to find, Offworlder, that Arrakis is a planet of unique opportunity. No former prisoner would ever have access to the military technology of the Great Houses. But with the war, chaos reigns. Ships crash and are shot down, sometimes spilling military-grade materials onto the sands. The Fremen know the ways of the desert and how to do a lot with very little. The Imperium, on the other hand, have infinite resources and the production capacity of countless worlds. Plunder them, Offworlder. There is a shipwreck near here. Slip inside and claim your share of the spoils.
Come to the shipwreck, gather the plastil microflora fiber, gather mechanical parts. Ooh, I wonder if we're getting close to being able to build a boat, or bike. Shipwrecks are massive structures often visible from afar due to their sheer size. The green map marker indicates the components needed to create weapons and armors can be found in these locations. So is it going to be like 1,500 meters away? Yeah, 1,400. Let's see here. Yeah, once we get a bike, we'll definitely be able to... thought that we'd be able to mitigate the damage there. Ooh, some dew. So the only other thing that I've changed so far is like this whole Like, we have a fly or a glide or like a somewhat of a boost jump ability, whatever you want to call it. I feel like that should mitigate your fall damage as well. Which I guess would make the other perk wasted since you don't really rely on it too much. But it seems like if you're able to boost, you should be able to like have less fall damage. Yeah, I hear you around here. Somewhere. And also, I think like another thing that separates this game from like Ark or Rust or like a game like that, I believe as soon as you log out, your character is just going to be despawned from the world. Because I haven't seen like anybody like just like laying on the ground or anything. I've seen bases, but I haven't seen like any actual player bodies. So I think like all your stuff is physically protected. That said though, it'd be interesting if you like log out in the sand area if you like actually woke up to being eaten. So it seems like the helicopter is distracting the worms, so we should be able to run over here to the left. Also, another thing, like I'm wondering, like, can we eventually like upgrade our sprint ability to be able to like outrun the worm? That'd be really cool too. Beaker Station. And the fact that this is an MMO is actually really impressive. The fact that like this worm has been like constantly following us around, it feels more like a single player game. Like, it seems like it's keeping up with me. So don't you even try to eat me. You were nowhere near facing me at first. Good news is though, that means if you are fast enough when he's charging at you, you can definitely run out the way. Oh, okay, so that's what the bar on the left side there, that's how you know when you can drink your fluids. That was a horrible shot. Alright, screw it. Get over here! Oops. Definitely getting a little bit sloppy with the aim. Hopefully eventually we're getting up to like the next tier weapon though. That'll be nice.
Someone's here.
Who goes there?
Okay, so there's a lot of fighting. See if we can actually lure like one of them to us. I think the problem is this dart gun's just not very accurate. Alright, so we'll do that. Let's get some blood. Ironically, we're actually running out of bullets. I didn't think that was actually going to ever be a thing. Which is fine. We're more comfortable with the knife anyways. Alright, so far looks clear. I swore I heard like somebody speaking, but I don't see anybody. Can I actually extract your blood? Alright, so we're full. That was close. Alright, so we use the cutter. You're dead. It's got another door we can go through. Which, that is one thing that I will say, we haven't really crafted ammo in a long time. Let's say we get an improved knife. Try to heal in front of me. What's wrong with you? There we go. Now you're talking. We're still missing some of the fiber. So it must be a way that we missed somewhere around here. Have we tried playing with controller? I have not. Well, let me check and see. Alright, so we got the LB, RB, stab, block. Seems to be normal controls for it. Right, so it's not there. So currently we're attempting to loot this facility and find what we're missing. It seems like I'm stuck looking for like 2 things. Yeah, Mustang, if you're curious about playing like controller only, it seems like it's fine. I don't know about PlayStation controllers, but Xbox controller works. Did I just not gather all this stuff there? Press the trails to upgrade your armor and weapons. Deliver 1 Holtzman amplifier to the Griffin Reach trade post. Yeah, it's sports controller Mustang. I'm on controller right now, actually. I swapped over to see if it worked for you. Or, that's what I was saying before. At least it supports Xbox controls. I don't know if it supports PlayStation. But it seems like it's working for Xbox. So I assume it would. Might be playing this a little bit again tomorrow before I stream Final Fantasy if you want to play this between like 6 and 10 or so. Well, 2 games on center both have controller support. What's the other game you're excited for? You know, now you got me curious. What's the other one? Oh, Arc Raiders. Is that coming out soon? Okay, don't even try, mister. We're just trying to survive. Alright, so we'll say going to die, play with that. So compared to mouse and keyboard, one thing I'm noticing with controller, you don't actually have like little buttons on the bottom right side to like tell you like what the different button layout is for your controller to like use the different items. I think if they want to claim controller support, they should probably put that in. Or at least I had no clue what the button combination was. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't see it down there. They can use the D-pad to move around on those? Yeah, I think so, but I didn't see what I was actually doing with the D-pad. That's what I was like clicking around. I did like 3 things. I was like, all right, hold on. Let me at least like put the bandage on before I die. I don't know if you ever played like Warframe or Neverwinter or one of those kind of games, but where they actually have like little fact sheets for your control on the screen. I don't think it's too like HUD immersive breaking. Plus, I mean, they already had the HUD there for like PC players. I'm surprised they didn't have it for controller support. This game's on console? I don't know if Dune Awakening is... I'll have to look into that. Maybe it will be? I don't see why not, because I mean, they made Conan, and Conan did just fine on consoles. Though I'll say that the animations feel a lot more smooth than Conan did when it first came out, so they definitely learned a lot from that first studio. Unless they like acquired other studios after they made Conan. I'm not sure like if this is like a different branch of people or not. This one, the animation feels pretty nice. And I don't think it's like world-breaking like graphics or anything like super unique, but I think it looks okay. Seems to handle pretty good too. Who says it will not be available for console and launch? That's a shame. That's going to be a lot of player base. Which is kind of funny. So this game goes like the exact opposite route. Grand Theft Auto was like, nah, we'll make the PC players wait. This game's like, nah, we'll make the players wait. Which I'm really impressed that they're not releasing to early access though. A lot of these titles do like early access for a very long time. Especially for like a survival MMO crafting style like Ark, Conan, 7 Days to Die. One that I can think of started out as early access. Stranded Deep, which I mean that's not really an MMO, but still has the same survival aspects. It does appear that you have to loot like random caves in order to get like upgrades though. We have a unique ability to be able to like hover jump. It's like a double jump sort of deal. It does not help you against fall damage that I found out. But like one really cool thing, like when a storm was coming by earlier, it actually closed the door inside this facility. The great houses don't like Shizvidich, but the deal with the scrap merchants all over the dune, picking up clean wrecks and corpses to equip the next lot sent out to die. Ah, well, at least my business is booming, so there's still more you can do. And buyers will pay good money for the Freeman-made goods. The Freemen may be gone, but you can still find plenty of their equipment in the caves scattered around Haga Basin South. Explore a few caves, collect some of that gear, and I'll cut you in on the profits. How the skills work, you got some crazy skills. So far I haven't got like anything too crazy, but like this is one of the unique ones that I found before. This allows us to jump twice to activate the float upwards. So I think it's going to be a lot of like RNG to like find these places, unless they're always in like a very specific cave and I might have accidentally stumbled upon one. I just found it really hilarious that Jim was talking about this specific perk like in the books, and then I just happened to find this as like the first one. Could be complete coincidence. But overall, you do have like an actual like skill tree that you can do as well. So we have the voice, the body controls, and the weirding way. So this is like our sprint ability, which I use the sprint ability a ton. We have passive abilities for like health, which is, you know, that's like typical things. And then we have compel, which basically this is like a force pull to like have the enemy run towards you. However, the only downside is it seems like doing that, the enemies also like realize that you're there and try to attack you. And it looks like we have like different actual like combat abilities too. I didn't realize. Oh, this is because I chose the Gesserit. Ah. Interesting. So if you want to go with more of the engineering style, you need to actually pay attention to like the beginning. I was just sort of clicking through it some since I knew it was a beta and we didn't have too much time. Let's see. And overall, like copper and stuff like that, it's actually really easy to gather in this game. It's like these little rocks with like the blue veins here. That's what a copper node looks like. So all you have to do is pull out your arc cutter. This did take me a minute to figure out. Thankfully, some dude in chat was able to tell me how I was being stupid fixed it. But you scan the object and then you see like this little vein, you just trace it out and then it'll shatter and you automatically collect everything. Same with like any metal things or anything like that. You do the whole scan and then you trace it down. Eventually you can get like improved cutters and stuff. Currently I'm wearing a still suit where there's like a little bar on the left side. See how we have like the water symbol? Oh, actually. Alright, my face is blocking it. I'll fix that for tomorrow. But you see how that we have like the little blue like water symbol there, and there's like a little vertical bar right next to it. Basically that little vertical bar shows that you're able to relieve yourself in your still suit and fill yourself back up. Yes, that's why I've been going around killing everybody and stealing their blood. You can also store blood inside the base. The little small like vertical bar next to the blue bar, yeah, that's you can relieve yourself in your suit to drink the liquids. And yeah, that's yes. Which I don't know which is more weird, drinking the blood of everybody around us or drinking your own pee. With that being said, in a desert environment, honestly, I was expecting the whole the pee route over the blood route. Drink the blood instead of your pee? Yeah, you never know. In a worst case situation, it seems like the still suit fills you up quite a bit. Number 3, micro sandwich fabric. From caves to the Griffin outpost. I think I stored all that too. No, I don't need to. Research scavenger rags. Ooh, fabricate a full set of scavenger rags. Oh, but we just got our armor set. Now you want us to get a whole nother set? Now, so I was testing it out earlier. The worm is semi-aggressive. Like, I sort of really had to antagonize it the first time. The second time he started to kill me. Urine is easier to distill than blood, though. Well, I don't know how much the suit's actually distilling. But yes, technically. And also, there's not like... There's the worms, but I haven't seen like too much like wildlife. Now, that could be because we're in like the starter area. I've seen like a little Jabroa rat thing that I killed. I did kill one of those. Well, man, this dude's ugly base. Oh, did that actually work? Okay, so they don't exactly have the physics like completely on par to where when you're jumping off a very large cliff, if you manage to grab the ledge, it completely mitigates all the fall damage that you should have taken. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this game's like full on PvP or like what the actual game is musting. I've noticed like I've gone through like rooms and it'll say like limited PvP or limited access PvE or something like that. Right? Like I haven't seen like anybody at all like try to shoot me. I don't know if I'm just playing on a dead server or if there's like what the deal is with the whole PvP situation. Could be that all the tryhard people are like outside the starter area. That's another possibility. But yeah, so here, I'll move my face cam for a second again. Now, another thing that this game introduced, you could be having a full-on conversation with an NPC, or like how we're talking right now, their worm is coming, or a sandstorm's coming, I mean. You could be having a whole conversation with somebody, and then you could fill up your water by clicking this, boom. As you see, water is consumed. Gotta go, dog. Oh, you're telling me we tripped right there?
There's someone here.
Yeah, there's no one here. You don't want to fight me, bro. My knife's about to break. I just stole it. I mean, borrowed it. Alright, so now that we're actually back at our base, we should be able to climb up the cliff here. Now, I did take your suggestion earlier, Mustang. We decided to build on the side of a rock. Well, we weren't supposed to get stuck right there. Hold on. Like... There we go. This is my little humble abode. You didn't build the ladder? No, I didn't get to that part yet. I put windows in the base, though. They're nice and sand covered. Yeah, I got stairs right here. Look at that. I just don't have stairs down to that guy's base. Alright, so now that you come over to your base, since you're completely out of water, you come over here, you drink the blood. You feel hydrated. And you drink more blood. Now we use you, and we deposit the blood that we've stolen from our enemies. Now, if you're wondering like how often you need to load into the game, they do have like a shield generator part. So as you guys can see, this is powered for 10 days, 14 hours, and 25 minutes with 254 fuel cells. We still have another 18. So now it's 11 days, 8 hours, and 24 minutes. Obviously, this sim was only for a couple days, so we have plenty of storage. So it seems like you only need to log in like once every week or so to actually keep your base if you're concerned about that. There's PvP in the game, however, I'm very sure after a couple of months there will only be modded PvE servers, probably. It seems more like a PvE game. It seems like Coda and Ark, like all those games in my opinion are more fun in PvE. Like the PvP is cool and all, but after a while you just get tired of defending your base, or at least I do. Alright, so we'll research into that. So we actually have an assault rifle. We have the weapon that we're using, that we stole. If I ever get a full set of scavenger rags. Okay, we can also do the knife, so we want to do... Do you still see... Wait, what? Copper tube... So is that just like a different still suit than what we got? So that's scavenger, and they want us to do scavenger rags? Is that the same thing? Because they had us make this earlier. Oh! Okay, so they just use the same name. Okay, so craft. Well, we got a base sniper. It's got a roof. It's got a door. It's got some windows. We have some blood that we can suck to get liquid back in our body. Don't have a bed. Got a fabricator though. Busy was a fun game, always having to defend the base, and sometimes you'll have like 20 accounts ready at the base. You know, that's a game that I never played that I might play eventually. It's easy, just log into your account, which is in the base already with a gun and minimum armor. I do have a box. I have 2 boxes. Mainly because the first one's full. Or was full. I don't know if Vinny's on my world or not, though. Now, do I actually have to, like, gather this stuff? Okay, so I got 15 up top. Now, for salvage in the open desert, you can afford these little alts. Why would I want those over this? Okay, so these give much higher armor, but this is better for like survivability. I'm still sticking with why would I... So dash stamina cons, blade mitigation, so I mean that theoretically will allow you to survive better, where this will allow you to... So I guess you put your still suit on when you need to survive. If your box is still standing, Vinny isn't in your world. I don't know, we were talking about it earlier, he said something about trying to like get me on my friends list, but I was already on his, so I'm not sure like if he ever got to my world or not. It's probably already ready Worm and crushing other players knowing him. Probably. Right now, if I leave that in here, can I pull from the box and just like build immediately? You can pull, because that was not originally there before. Alright, now that's a pretty nice feature. I like the fact that it's sort of like S+ when it comes to pooling. So you just need to have like stuff inside your storage box or your smelter. Come over to your fabricator, and it'll automatically do its deal. Now we have our own gun.
I've crossed the Vermilius Gap, Off-Worlder, and I still haven't shaken my unwanted followers. I'm afraid I must delay our reunion until... well, I fear drastic measures might be required. But fear not, Off-Worlder. You've come this far alone. I'm impressed. You're a long way from that mewling mauler I dragged from the wreckage of the Proteus. Listen, you'll need a vehicle to cross the sands to the Paranorth and reach the gap. But vehicles require components that aren't created here on Arrakis. Arrakis has a long history, Off-Worlder. More than you might imagine. Some things, like the Imperial testing stations, contain echoes of the past. But more importantly, they contain stockpiles of components you'll need. Just be careful. Those old ruins are a beacon for all kinds of scum.
Alright, now I start talking. According to indicated by the Sardaukar forces, Khalif managed to stay alive for weeks without a water source, only emerging to draw blood from his enemies. When he was finally killed, the Sardaukar discovered his unique Kinjal, modified to include an examination apparatus. So, by the way, earlier we were talking about this. So if we come over to our research tree and have like the stars here, this is the unique items. I didn't realize that I found a second one. Maybe even a third one, since that has a little circle there. But I should be able to research the schematic. Now, you're only able to research inside your base. So if you're like worried about like, could you lose that if a player steals it? Yes, I don't know how often PvP is in the game, but technically it can be. So we learned it. Now we can go to the fabricator, make so much a cooler knife, and we'll actually be able to conquer the world with it. Well, eventually we'll be able to conquer the world with it. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. We will be back again in about an hour for Final Fantasy XIV. And we'll definitely be checking Dune Awakening out tomorrow again. That way we can progress in the world. I will see you guys in a little bit if you guys are wanting to continue on with the adventure.